nalipa tax na hata siwezi afford kupanda taxi. Kwa banki sina kakitu, siwezi afford hata shati. Maji nanywa ya kanjo yako ya chupa za mapambo. Nalipia mtoto wako elimu ya bure ya juu. Unanipa ya bure lakini ya uju. Oh no. So nitapata wapi majibu ya maswali? Mahindi lienda wapi? Pia shilingi ya shule za msingi. Paulo mtume, mbona jela usimtume? Lazima abuniwe tume. Lazima abuniwe tume. Mapenzi ndizo hali mabasa tulificha kwa kabati. Kazi kwa vijana, pesa kwa wazee. Tulimangamanga mpaka za maded I say. Lazima abuniwe tume. Lazima abuniwe tume. Oh. Sheria. Oh. Sheria. Sheria. Fuata. Sheria. Sheria. Oh, oh. Sheria. Yeah, yeah. Fuata. Sheria. 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 Oh, oh. Fuata. Sheria. Sheria. Pia wewe mwananchi, tabia zako ziko chini. Unapenda kulipa hongo na kutumia njia za uongo. Una mipango na hata watoto wa kando. Haujui hata majina yao. Kura yako uliuza maini figo, ukakulia hadi dini. Kisha wasema tukuthamini, na wewe hapo hauaminiki. Na wewe hapo haupangiki.
Wapi kidero when you need to slap somebody? Complain ufisadi, kwani ulidhani t-shirt 50 bob leso siku ya campaign ilikuwa free? Ni 5 year loan investment, utalipa kingia parliament. We are one, amani we are one. Na utumishi kwa wote, utu missing CCTV we were watching. Racial insecurity na job opportunity ni kama mti ya kibiriti. Side moja heavy, usiniambie Kenya kuna umaskini, kwani hizi fat fingers zinaibia nane? Maskando ina threaten our survival. Media define leadership, na sura ukiaka front page na improve readership. Ambia wase wa Twitter wa hashtag hii ama hash reality doesn't make a good TT. Commission of inquiry wanakula commission bila kutupa ukweli. Ni kubaya mpaka kukiwa kuzuri unashindwa nini mbaya. Machozi ya perpetrator ineza dilute damu ya victim ilimwagika. After all is said and done, all will be said, nothing will be done. You're not my tribe, but you're my blood type. Like it. It doesn't have to take tragedy to know that.
Sheria.
Well, good evening. How are you doing? This is a beautiful Monday that I get to spend with you. Thank you so much for making time just to join us right here on Sheria Dive at Power Radio. Hey, manzeni mwa bana last week. We were not here last week, were we? No, we were not here last week. The show had taken a small break, hadn't it? I'm here in studio with Flozy, our producer. Shout out to you, Flozy, for all the good work you do just to keep us on air and to make sure everything is working perfectly. Today we're talking about copyright law and very interesting case that came out of the High Court of Kenya just the other day in June. We're going to be talking about that and the effect of that on you. But I'm looking at the Business Daily this evening. And if you didn't get a chance to look at the Business Daily today, please make sure you do, because there are some amazing women that are being honored there. And I just want to give a huge shout out to a few that I happen to know. One of them being Gloria Kimani. Gloria Kimani is a lawyer and she's a council member of the Law Society of Kenya. And all these lawyers you're seeing running around representing protesters, that is the work of Gloria Kimani. So Gloria, this is a shout out to you. Thank you so much for the work you're doing and for your availability to help people. And I'm looking at her story here, and she says Gloria is now dedicated to advocating for police reforms with a strong focus on officers being held personally accountable for their actions. And when they asked her what keeps her going, she says, God and the incredible support system of women and men around me. Gloria Kimani, this is super deserved. And of course, how can we not mention Hanifa Adan? Hanifa, as we all know, Hanifa is, what can I say? She's priceless for the struggle for human rights, especially advocacy on the online space. She's been such a great partner and a great friend in this. So Hanifa, as well to you, receive your flowers. And of course, everyone else who's been nominated in that list, we have business leaders, we have founders, we have managers, business owners, we have athletes, we have lawyers. Everyone is there. Please get yourself a copy of that if you want to read more about the other women who've been nominated for the Business Daily Top 40 Under 40 Women. For now, let's get some music, because when we come back, I want to give you the story of this case and where it started from. You better belt in. And if you know there's an artist somewhere who needs to listen to this, or if there's someone somewhere who needs to listen to this conversation about copyright, why don't you share that link with them and we can get it on. So let's go.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Wape vidonge vyao, wateneza watende
We that song is called Vidonge. Eh? Wape vidonge vyao. Eh? Wakimeza wakitema ni shauri yao. Does anyone know what that means? What is a vidonge? Inasound kama nini ya jaba. Unajua ya jaba sasa unaambiwa huwezi meza lakini usiteme pia. Eh? Ukitema umeharibu jaba. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today we're talking about copyright protection. And recently, there was a case actually that went to court. There's a lady by the name of Rebecca WaNjeri. And Rebecca WaNjeri went to court and she took Christ is the Answer Ministries, CITAM Church, which is very popular here, to court together with one Isaac Peter Kalua. And basically what she was saying is that the Christ is the Answer Ministries men's choir group, which is actually led by Isaac Peter Kalua, had done a song and uploaded it, and the song they titled it Adhuri Mwehithe. This is a Kikuyu song, so just a heads up for everyone. We're going to be listening to these two songs, but the CITAM choir did the song and called it Adhuri Mwehithe, okay, and put it on YouTube. But she says that the song closely resembles her song called Rugurua Ihiga, or if you are reading it Venyeiko, it's Rungu Raihiga. All right, guys? Now, on their part, CITAM together with Isaac Kalua said that that claim of copyright ownership, they were contending it. They were actually denying it. And what they said is that her work lacked originality as is required under Section 22(3)A of the Copyright Act of Kenya. And they were insisting that their song, Adhuri Mwehithe, is an independently created composition that incorporated public domain elements, including the phrase Rungurua Ihiga, which they argue is a common Christian reference and not subject to copyright. So when you talk about public domain, is that public domain basically deals with those creations that are now available to the public. For instance, no one is going to take you to court for going to the studio and singing happy birthday to you. That one is already in the public domain, okay? So after a couple of years, you'll always hear which songs are now in the public domain. And what it means is that once a song is on the public domain or a copyright work is on the public domain, it is available for anyone to use without someone coming to claim that you have violated their copyright, okay? Now, according to the church, they maintain that they did not need authorization for the use or performance of their song. They denied having uploaded or distributed Rebecca's work, okay, her song, without her consent. And they simply stated that the content shared on the Men's Chorale YouTube channel was their own and it was not intended for profit making. What about the question of infringement? They argued that any overlap with Rebecca's song was incidental and it fell within statutory exceptions. And of course, this argument is a valid legal argument because we have what we call incidental use, okay? If you're able to show that the copyright work that you have copied, it was just incidental, okay? It was not the main thing. It didn't form part of the main thing. Then the court allows you to, the law actually covers you and you can get away with it, okay? And so they were saying that because there are certain exceptions to the use of copyrighted work, then they had those exceptions that are under the law, what you call statutory exceptions. Now, this Rungurua Ihiga, that part, they emphasize that the phrase in question appeared only briefly in their 6-minute song and it was not a dominant element. So they said that the actions were not willful and they did not constitute infringement. And class, what is infringement? Infringement is when someone takes your work and passes it off as their own. All right. And this happens a lot for musicians and for artists. And we've talked about this before. This will be a very interesting case as we continue to look at it. Now, they also said that Rebecca started publishing her work on YouTube in 2020. If you actually go to YouTube and look for these two songs, you'll realize that the Men's Chorale is on YouTube longer than Rebecca's song. So they were arguing that Rebecca only started publishing her work on YouTube in 2020 after the case had already been commenced. All right. And they were also claiming other people have actually used the song without objection. So they said that she had failed to demonstrate prior claim and she had not suffered any specific damage. Finally, it was a church's argument that they were unaware of any copyright claim, especially given the widespread and customary performance of the song at Kikuyu events with no indication of her proprietary rights. Okay? That is the case as it looks like. So one, Rebecca is saying, "Nyi wase memba wimbo yangu. That is my song you guys are singing." And the men's chorale, the men's choir is saying, "No. Number one, that song is popular. It's widely available to everyone. Other people have sung it. You don't have copyright over it. And in any case, even if we used it, it was only used for a very short and specific time in the song." Okay? Now, because here we don't give those jab stories, everything is backed up. Let's listen to Rebecca's song. And then, when we come back, we're going to listen to the men's chorale song. As you and I get to decide, was there a copyright infringement or not? And of course, we already know what the court decided. So we're going to be looking at how the court made that decision. But today, you are the judge. Kwa hivyo umeka hapo, you are the judge. So here is Rebecca with her song. And her song is called Rugu Roa Ihiga. Basically, when translated, Under the Rock. Twende kazi.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Okay. So hapa manze Kikuyu inatulemea huku kwa studio bana. This is the correct song. But the other song is also by Rebecca. But this is Rugu Roa Ihiga by Rebecca Maina, as she's known on YouTube. Let's go. You know, you just know the Murima people are dancing that one dancing style they have, yeah, where they go to from side to side. That is a song by Rebecca, and Rebecca says that the CITAM, Crisis Answer Ministries, men's chorale, did a song in which they copied this song, Rugurai Higa. This is a CITAM song. So listen to it and then you tell me. Be the judge. Let's go.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Where? You know, in the studio here, we're laughing, looking at each other. What do you guys think? Kiliibiwa ama kikuibiwa? Was there a copyright infringement or not? Remember, you can text, call, or send a voice note on 0748 379231. 0748 379231. But of course, you can also use our live chat function on our YouTube live. So in case you just want to share your thoughts there, we're going to be looking at that and we'll read that out. Now, the court, having listened to the songs, this is actually one of the things that Rebecca did really, really well, and I would encourage a lot of artists to do, is that when she went to court, she produced a certificate of registration of a copyright work. Now, remember what we've said about copyright is that you do not need a certificate to prove copyright. However, it acts as very good evidence because the general rule is that as long as you have produced a work, then you have the copyright in it. But she went a step further because in 2011, she got a certificate of registration of a copyright work, which now meant that it is upon the CITAM choir, men's choir, to prove that no, you are not the holder of that copyright. And the court actually says that the certificate constitutes what we call prima facie evidence of authorship and ownership of the work pursuant to Section 22A3 of the Copyright Act. Okay? So the burden has shifted to the church to prove that this song was original. Adhuri Mwehide was an original song independently created without reference to Rebecca's work, or that their use of any elements from Rebecca's composition fell within the statutory exceptions to infringement as has been set out in the Copyright Act. Now, you will note that one of the things as well that Rebecca did is that she went to the court and reproduced what we call a transcript of the songs. Okay? She produced a transcript of the song where she even translated the lyrics to show the court that these people, not only have they copied the beat, they've copied the structure, they've copied the lyrics, they've copied everything, the rhythm. And so she says, by singing Adhuri Muhide and putting it on YouTube, you, CITAM Men's Choir, you've been performing my copyright song without my consent. You've been reproducing, distributing it without my consent. And you have to note that if you want to use someone's original work, you have to ensure that you get their consent. Now, Rebecca said that the church's version of the song was substantially similar to her original composition for the lyrics, the melody, and the rhythm. And one of the things the court did say is that these recordings were played during the hearing in court. There's no doubt that the defendant's piece is a combination of gospel songs performed in the Kikuyu language. The plaintiff, Rebecca, identified the allegedly infringing segment as running from minute 243 to minute 613 of the song. Now, this Adhuri Muhide is actually a medley, but majority of that medley is actually the song that had been originally done by Rebecca. Now, when the church's witness was put on the stand, he said that parts of their song were in fact identical to those in the plaintiff's composition because for those of us who are not or Kikuyu speakers, the song says, men seek refuge under the rock, women seek refuge under the rock, young men seek refuge under the rock, young women seek refuge under the rock, all people seek refuge under the rock. And the court was of the view that there is no serious dispute that the tune employed in both songs is substantially similar. Okay? Rebecca testified to this fact. The audio evidence that was played in court supported that assertion. And during cross-examination, the witness of the church could not explain the striking similarities between the two songs. He testified, according to them, that the lyrics in question were derived from the book of Exodus chapter 33, verse 21 to 23, and insisted that the words could not have been expressed differently. Now, the court went to the Bible. Somebody say glory. And when the court looked at Exodus 33, verse 21 to 23, and you can actually look it up because it says, and the Lord said, behold, there is a place by me, and thou shalt stand upon a rock, and it shall come to pass, while my glory passeth by, that I will put thee in a cleft of the rock, and will cover thee with my hand while I pass by. And I will take away mine hand, and thou shalt see my back parts, but my face shall not be seen. The court said, it is apparent from the above verses that while they refer to a rock in a metaphorical and theological context, they do not contain the lyrical structure or language employed in either the plaintiff's or the defendant's song. There is no textual basis in these verses for the repeated lines such as men seek refuge under the rock and similar formulations addressed to women and youth. The biblical passage does not, in either expression or form, mirror the lyrics used in the musical composition. This undermines the credibility of the church's claim that their song merely paraphrases or draws directly from scripture in a way that excludes original authorship by the plaintiff. So basically what these guys were saying is, Bible manze, this thing is from the Bible and we took it just as it was in the Bible. And the court says, no, we've listened to it and no, it does not. So what then happens here? The court said, copyright does not protect ideas or themes in the abstract, but rather the expression of those ideas in the present case. Even if the church and Rebecca drew inspiration from similar biblical themes, what is protected is Rebecca's particular arrangement of lyrics, rhythm, and musical structure. The repeated use of identical lyrics and a substantially similar melody over a significant portion of the church's song creates the unmistakable impression of copying rather than independent creation. Accordingly, the court found that the work by CITAM Church amounted to a deliberate and unlawful appropriation of Rebecca's protected expression. So, that's step 1. The court has said, it sounds too similar, lyrics are the same, structure is the same, rhythm is the same. Come on. You guys took her song without getting her permission. Wasanii mnasikia hiyo story? When we come back, we now talk about the question of infringement. Yes, you may have taken the lyrics. Yes, you may have taken the rhythm. Yes, you may have taken the structure. But have you infringed? What does a court look at to determine whether someone has actually infringed a copyright, especially when it comes to music? Keep it right here.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
When a good girl gone bad, what you gonna do? Run, go meet a dad. You don't wanna do. Well, this is Southeast Hall, but the ranking what best, yo. Watch this. Love confession. Why she's a heartbreaker. She bend over backbreaker. Steaming hot water vapor. I wanna date her. She's a heartbreaker. She bend over backbreaker. Steaming hot water vapor. I wanna date her. So tell me why you do me so. So tell me why you do me so. Baby, me not gonna let you go. Girl, me not gonna let you go. So tell me why you do me so. Tell me why you do me so. Charlie, me not gonna let you go. Tell me not gonna let you go. Me spend all me money, spend all me cash. Call you me honey, but you threw me pon trash. And you think say me gon' leave you like that? No way. Why you do me like that, yeah? Girl, I'm waiting on you. Even if them hating on you. But me never send them. Whoa. In my life, I've never seen melanin so dark. You're a queen of the dance floor. Nice socialite when I rubbish scene, baby. Would you put me in your diary? In my life, I've never seen melanin so dark. You're a queen of the dance floor. Nice socialite when I rubbish scene, baby. Would you put me in your diary? She's a heartbreaker. She bend over backbreaker. Steaming hot water vapor. I wanna date her. She's a heartbreaker. She bend over backbreaker. Steaming hot water vapor. I wanna date her. So tell me why you do me so. So tell me why you do me so. Baby, me not gonna let you go. Girl, me not gonna let you go. So tell me why you do me so. Tell me why you do me so. Charlie, me not gonna let you go.
in a magazine, or maybe on TV. Looking me up close when you're queen, you're a queen. And if you know me well, you know I don't kiss and tell, but I want you to myself, baby.
In my life, yo, me never seen melanin so dark. You're the queen of the dance floor night. Session light on the legacy, baby. Won't you put me in your diary? In my life, yo, me never seen melanin so dark. You're the queen of the dance floor night. Session light on the legacy, baby. Won't you put me in your diary?
She's a heartbreaker. She bend over backbreaker. Steaming hot water vapor. I wanna date her. She's a heartbreaker. She bend over backbreaker. Steaming hot water vapor. I wanna date her.
So tell me why you do me so. So tell me why you do me so. Baby, me not gonna let you go. Yeah, me not gonna let you go. So tell me why you do me so. Tell me why you do me so. Charlie, me not gonna let you go. Tell me not gonna let you go.
In my life, I never seen melanin body shaking like a tambourine all night. Inna me head you are the melody, baby. Inna me head you are the melody. In my life, I never seen melanin so dark. You're the queen of the dance floor night. Such a light one Nairobi scene, baby. Won't you put me in your diary? Heartbreaker. She bend over backbreaker. Steaming hot water vapor. I wanna date ya, yeah. She's a heartbreaker. She bend over backbreaker. Steaming hot water vapor. I wanna date ya, yeah, 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 yeah.
Yes, we are back. And remember, we're talking about this case between Rebecca WaNjeri and the CITAM church. And we've found already that the court said that the way these two cases are, the way these two songs sound, CITAM hapo walikula hii song ya Rebecca. The lyrics are the same, the structure is the same, the rhythm is the same. But the court can find that out, but then the second question the court has to ask itself is, though we have found out that there was some copying, okay? Was there infringement? Because the church was saying that there was no infringement on the basis that their use of Rebecca's lyrics and tune was merely incidental in nature, okay? Now, this is a general exception that is provided for under the second schedule to the Copyright Act, and which provides that the exclusive rights under Section 26 shall not include the right to control the incidental inclusion of a copyright work in an artistic work, sound recording, audio-visual work, or broadcast. Okay? Now, the court was of the view that, to its mind, that exception applied to shield from liability those who include protected material in a manner that is genuinely peripheral or unavoidable. The court was of the view that it does not apply where the copied material forms a central, repeated, or substantial part of the new work. Now, this is to say this, that you can actually use someone's original copyright, but if you use it in a way that it is incidental, which means it is peripheral, it is unavoidable, it's actually not the main thing, okay? But you have to be able to distinguish that from what is a central, repeated, or substantial part of the new work. So if you have new work, you have to show clearly that this is very incidental. So for instance, there was a case where someone said, someone was featured on TV in an interview. Behind them was a map. The owner of the map went to court and said, you guys featured my map in your work. That's my copyright, so I have to sue you. And the court in that case said, no, the map is not the main thing. The main thing is this guy's interview, and your map simply appears in the background, okay? So in copyright law, the test for what is substantial use is a qualitative rather than purely a quantitative test. And this is what it means. The focus is not just on the length of the portion copied, but on whether the portion taken constitutes a significant or essential part of the original work. So that's what the court will look at. The part you have taken, does it constitute a significant or essential part of the original work? And so for CITAM Church, what they had to show is that it does not constitute a significant part of Rebecca's work. So when the witness was put on the stand, he conceded that CITAM's segment conveyed the core message of the song, a spiritual call for all people to seek refuge under the rock. It was therefore not only musically central, but it was also conceptually integral. So, the court said that while when you're talking about incidental use, we'll talk about a minor and a background role, the segment of CITAM's song in which Rebecca's material appears was neither casual nor was it inessential. On the contrary, the court said it spans over 3 minutes, nearly half the entire composition. This is nearly half of the song that you're saying is an original song. It also consists of lyrics and a tune that are central to the structure, the rhythm, and the message of the song. So the court was of the view that it cannot be said that Rebecca's work was used in a manner that was subordinate or merely background to CITAM's musical composition. The use was substantial, it was prominent, and it was expressive. And so the court found that the defense of incidental inclusion was not available to them. One of the other things CITAM also said was that the song is a piece of folklore. Okay? Do you know this song? That song is actually a Kikuyu folk song. Those people who grew up in the Mashinani, they know that song. But you and I probably know that song as an Eriko Inaina song. Okay? So this was the argument they were making, that this song, the parts of Rebecca's song, those are songs that are sung everywhere. It's part of Kikuyu folklore. So it's not her original work. On the contrary, Rebecca's evidence was that when it comes to this song and the witnesses that she actually brought, they expressly acknowledged her as the author, and they did so with her permission. Remember, while CITAM was making this claim that this is a folk song, they actually never brought anyone to come and support that. There was no evidence for that beyond the mere assertion. And this is what the court says. If you come and say, hii ngoma tunaimbanga sana huku in our language, in our mother tongue, everyone just sings it. The court said this, and you need to listen very carefully to this, because the court says a mere assertion that a song is widely performed in a particular language does not, without more, displace a claim of authorship supported by formal registration and uncontroverted testimony. So the fact that you'll come and say, this is a song we always sing, that does not mean that that is a folk song. It could be you always singing it, but that song is owned by someone, and that someone is the artist. Okay? Now, there was also the question that, hey, Rebecca, you only came to YouTube after filing this matter in court. Us guys, we put this song on YouTube even before you appeared on YouTube. The court says that is inconsequential to determine the question of copyright ownership or infringement. The date of publication on a digital platform does not displace or diminish the plaintiff's proprietary rights, which had already been established through formal registration. Having registered the copyright on 26 January 2011, she acquired the full bundle of exclusive rights granted under the Copyright Act, including the rights to reproduce, perform, distribute, and communicate the work to the public. Okay? So, artists out there, registration is key. Register your works. And remember, the Kenya Copyright Board allows you to register a body of work. So you don't even need to register one song each. You can actually go there with all your songs. Let's say if it's an album, and you get a certificate for that album and the songs covered in that. But when it comes to court, one of the things that will really, really help you is the production of that certificate of registration. And it's actually very cheap to register. I'm going to be telling you that about that when we come back. Can we get that, Eriko Enena? WaNjeri. This is one of the songs that, it's a folk song, but someone has taken the time to go to the studio to reproduce the song and to own it, and now they own the copyright to that song. How do you deal with that? Maybe that's going to be our conversation now. But in this matter, what the court said is that CITAM is now given a permanent injunction restraining them or any person acting in league with them from making any sales, hire, distribution, performance, reproduction, and or other acts that amounts to infringement of the copyrights held by Rebecca in the song Rugroi Higa. And an order was also issued directing CITAM to take down from all platforms and to destroy any copies, records, and or performances of the song Rugroi Higa under the title Adhuri Muihide. And she was awarded general damages for infringement of copyright for the sum of 1.5 million shillings. Well, I don't know if they had another conversation after this, but I can tell you that the song is still available online. So either CITAM is in the disobedience of a court order, or they spoke to the artist and the artist said, it's okay, you can continue to have that. And what happens is that an artist can also come in and give what we call a license. And by a license, you're able to say, I have been licensed to use this. And of course, you pay the necessary license fees. This is what a folk song sounds like.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Yes, and that is a song that Kikuyu young men sing to their girls. Unajua ile demo nakatia. Basically, the song says, I waited in the forest at the risk of being eaten by animals just waiting for you. And I mean, if your stage is Odeon and you've ever walked a girl to railways, apande matatu, alafu wewe utembee urudi, uhepe kunyongwa, when I record in the same WhatsApp group. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time we had. Of course, in that case, as we said, because of that copyright violation against Rebecca Wanjiko, she was awarded 1.5 million shillings against the church. One of their choirs had used her song and published it online. Hey, that's where we're with copyright. Please remember, as artists, get that copyright certificate and protect your work. Thank you so much for making time to join us on this. Please let us know if you'd like us to talk more about these things and what other topics you'd like to hear. Of course, we are here to ensure that you, as our listener, is always getting the type of content that you need. Sasa, tuseme imeisha hivyo, si ndio? Tuonaneni, mkuwe na wiki njema. See you back here on Thursday. Thursday we have 5 to 7, so we have 2 hours together. You better prepare for that, and I hope you're keeping well. Peace out.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Tunapita kama moshi na kabla tuzame mchangani, kuna kushinda na kufeli. Inabidi ujijue tofauti ya mwalimu na mwanafunzi ni ujuzi na ujuaji. Oh, it's unbelievable that we make it this far. Undeniable, we see the promised land from afar, and it's so beautiful. No, they can't touch the fire, and you know it's not in vain. Steady tripping through the pain. Oh, man. Steady rocking on the midnight train. Steady rocking on the midnight train. Oh Lord, oh Lord, steady rocking on the midnight train. Steady rocking on the midnight train. On the midnight train. Siku zazidi badilika, mengi yazidi kunipita jama. Oh no, maji yalipozidi unga, hawakudhani tutafika. It's unbelievable that we made it this far. Undeniable to see the promised land from afar. So beautiful, they gon' know who we are. They keep on walking in the rain. Kuna blessings in the pain. Whoa. Steady rocking on the midnight train. Steady, ready, ready, ready. Steady rocking on the midnight train. Oh Lord, steady rocking on the midnight train. To Zion, to Zion, Zion. It's on our road to Zion. Nothing will ever deny us. Whatever it takes, keep on rocking. Whatever it takes, keep on moving. To Zion, to Zion, to Zion. Yeah, 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 yeah. Rocking on the midnight train. Steady rocking on the midnight train. Oh Lord, steady rocking on the midnight train. To Zion, to Zion, to Zion, to Zion. Steady rocking on the midnight train. Steady rocking on the midnight train. Oh Lord, steady rocking on the midnight train. To Zion, to Zion.
From sunrise